Hey everybody, Wes here with the Daily Driver Project, bringing you some news, some stuff. There's things going on. What's happening in Southern California? We're going to see what's going on in the automotive world that is SoCal. So let's get rid of the bad news. We're going to get rid of the bad news first. I just want to get it out of the way. So bad news, of course, is as more and more shows have been canceled, lots. But some of the ones that I know of, I have a friend that's in the Sultans. The Sultans show has been postponed, but probably canceled, which is the Signal Hill car show put on by the Sultans. It's a good show. Sad that one's gonna potentially not be. And I'm guessing, from everything I've heard from my buddy that's in the club, it's probably not going to happen. There is, of course, the LA Roadsters and Cruising for a Cure. Both have been canceled and pushed back till next year. Now, that kind of kills all the big shows that we have in Southern California for the year. Of course, plenty of small ones that will be later on. We'll talk about that in a minute. But, yeah, LA Roadsters and Cruising for a Cure, gone. Gone for at least this year. Push back till next year. We also have one of my favorite shows, Big Bear Fun Run, also gone for this year. Also makes me sad. It's a couple-hour drive up the hill to Big Bear. Great time every time. Beautiful background, mountains, big pine trees, cars and hot rods. Yeah, it's a good time. So, and one of the other sad kind of things that have happened because of what's going on in the world. The World of Speed up in the Pacific Northwest, the World of Speed Museum is permanently closing. They're auctioning off all of their collection later on this year. That one hurts. I know a lot of people. I have personally never been. It is on my museums list that's on my website. I know people that have gone and said it is a fantastic one. So sad that is gone. But as we know, the world changes and things change. And things come and go, sadly. So now to things that are going on. Donut Derelicts is, so it's been, I've heard from friends that it has been going on, consistently, but the turnout from this last weekend that I was there, which I just put a video up if you've watched the previous video. And if you haven't watched the previous video, go watch it. Go watch all my videos. Just subscribe, check out my video, hit the notification bell, do all those things that you do on YouTube so you know that videos from me are coming up. But, so it's been for like the last couple weeks has been really busy. So as things and the orders and what's going on and as the restrictions have kind of been started to be lifted in Southern California, Donut Derelicts, there's hot rods. There's, of course, the cruises that have been going on in the quarantine cruise, the last one I missed because I was doing some work at home, but the Sunday after Donut Derelicts, so Donut Derelicts was on Saturday, and this quarantine cruise was on Sunday, and I heard potentially 1,000 cars. For sure over 500. The pictures and the videos that went up on social media were nuts. It's a whole lot of cars. It's a lot of people all in one location. So it's a lot of people on the road. And trying to get places and everything. So I don't like Southern California traffic, even when that, cool cars is cool, but that's still a lot of traffic. So yeah, and then another cool one coming up, Automobile Drive Museum. So I've done stuff. There's previous videos of me doing stuff at the Automobile Drive Museum, or you can see it on dailydriverproject.com. Right here, yeah, dailydriverproject.com. You can go see stuff that I have done with the Automobile Drive Museum in El Segundo, and they're doing their first event of the year, a cruising event. Masks will be required, so it's going to be interesting. I think that's going to be kind of a new normal. I hate that term. It's going to be what's happening now, at least for the foreseeable future, that there will be car events and you will be required to wear a mask. So they are not going to be open to the public, but they are doing an outside event with, they're asking for social distancing and all the other stuff. So we'll see what that's like. I'm going to go down there Saturday, but that's a good one. We'll go check out Automobile Drive Museum. I think my friend Mitzi's coming with me. And speaking of Mitzi, a couple weeks ago, we went up we piled in the car. She came pick me up in Whittier, here where I live, from the pad. And what's funny is that she's like, we're going to pick up a pinup model because we're doing a calendar shoot. So I help her like move lights around and do the behind the scenes stuff like I normally do when I do our pinup pool parties, which you've seen videos of in the past. And the pinup model, who I've never met, is just a few blocks from my pad. It's just not far. It was pretty cool. So she's her name is Tara. Very, very cool. Very cool woman. Yeah, and it was good to just kind of, it was a few hour car ride, so we got to know each other and hang out and talk, and then spent the day with her at Tim McMaster's Hanford Auto Supply in Hanford, California. Like, to say, if you look at, I mean, so there's a lot of behind the scenes pictures that I took, and the shop like took me back to being a mechanic when I started in the automotive industry. The smells and just the feel of the building. Now the building itself is a section of the building's over 100 years old. It actually started out as a small car dealership, then it became an auto parts store, and then Tim bought it from the owner that started the auto parts store. Just a cool place. Machine shop, so Tim specializes in doing Ford Y blocks and flathead Fords, but he also does anything. So he's a typical engine machine shop. Because that's farm community, does a lot of farm equipment engines and just that kind of stuff. But his collection, so he's got 2 land speed cars. He's got a front engine dragster in the shop. He's got the car that I actually saw him race at RPM Nationals was there. Just his collection of cars is unbelievable. He drives his daily as a Mercury that was out front, and it was a great time. It was a great time hanging out with Tim and talking about the shop and talking about the industry, since I've spent a good chunk of my life in that industry, and hanging out with Mitzi and Tara all day for a little calendar shoot. So great time for that too, and it's just a good way to spend a Saturday for sure. But getting back to the car shows, so things are starting. So like, I said, the Automobile Driving Museum is having their first event, and it looks like car shows are going to start, maybe not, I mean, we're in May right now, but as we get along, it'll get through June. There'll be a few more. I think there's potentially going to be the Brea show on Father's Day. I'm not, which is Cruisin' Brea. That's a good show. I don't know, because that's a city show, so I don't know if they're going to have it. I haven't seen it's been canceled yet, so don't take my word for it. Definitely check SoCal Car Culture, which I just did a video about where I find a lot of my car shows. Make sure you check. You can look up Cruisin' Brea's website if you just Google search Cruisin' Brea. But so far, it looks like that event's going to happen. So June's they're like a few shows, and then just a few. And then we get into July, there's more. August, there's a lot more. So what's happened is a lot of the events that were kind of, now, and even last month, and, March, April, and May, and even some that are in June, all have gotten pushed back to August, September, October. I don't know that they'll push anything back to December that's happening in June. That may happen. We don't know. I don't know. So I don't, right now things are so in flux. Who knows? I mean, heck, I've been working at home for 2 months. So, I usually go into an office every day for my day job. So it's, it's an interesting time. So, but those are the kind of things that are going on. I'm super excited that car shows, even though it's kind of a modified way to do it, are back. I'm super excited about that. Mitzi's actually bringing her pinup pool parties back. Those are coming up. You can check her social media for that. Check her out on Instagram. Here's her Instagram, because, you got to prop those people, But she's going to do some social distancing, but she's still doing her pinup pool parties, which are always a great time. So there's things happening, and there's things starting to trickle down, and we'll get back into the car show season, and we'll just keep talking to you guys and talking about what's going on in SoCal and the automotive scene, and it's good times. I'm excited. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for checking out the video. We will either see you at a show or in the next video. See ya.